All right, so I'm going to be going over this problem here that we just had on quiz 9. I know a lot of people were a bit confused, so I just wanted to go over it because I know the professor may not go over it, and we have our final coming up, and something like this may be on our final. So for this one, it is quite straightforward once you understand what's going on. So what I first did was I assigned some, numbers for our lengths, um, and I drew the centroids for each of these shapes. I split the whole shape up into two parts, one part triangle, the second part is a square, and drew the centroids. So the difference between this problem and the first problem on our homework, you'll notice that this x starts over here. So for this triangle, we usually, for a triangle, to get the centroid in the x direction, we do 1/3 times this base length, and we get the centroid here. But because of this given measurement point, I guess, for x, we have to go 2/3 from this point here to get our centroid length. And so you can see that in this equation I have here, I do 2/3 times the base, which gives you the centroid in the x direction, which is about here. And y we don't have to worry about because y is, there's no difference, I guess. Not too sure why not y. And then for the square, we have to add 3 to our centroid. So this 3 right here, we have to add it because we're going from this spot here. We're measuring from this spot. So 3 plus, and then this part divided by 2. So 3 plus the base divided by 2. Our base is this 3. I know it can be confusing because this b is also labeled b. And then for y, we just do h divided by 2 right here. That's our centroid, and then this is our centroid for here. Okay, so once we get that, you can see I plugged in numbers for our formulas. So I did 3/2, or how did I say 3/2? 2/3 times 3, our base here, and then 1/3 times 3, right here, this length here, 1/3 times 3, we get our centroid there, about here. And then 3 plus 3/2, so 3, this 3, and then plus this length 3 divided by 2, you get your centroid here. And then for the y, 3 divided by 2 to get our centroid. And then we calculate our areas for each of the squares, or each of the shapes, I guess. And then we have our centroids here that we just calculated. And then we multiply our centroids, like x times our area, to get area, this value. And then we add those up. And then we divide those sums by the sum of the areas. And that's how we get our x hat and y hat. And that's how you do this problem. Thank you.